Hello there, and welcome to the explanation of the final exam. Hopefully you have attempted this on your own. It's very important that you practice on your own. But I'm going to go through the problems with you in the textbook, in the exercise book. This is starting on page 19. So I will try to remember to put the page numbers up here so you can follow me in your book. If you don't have the textbook, ask your teacher to borrow one, and you'll have the final to try. Okay, so page 19, number 1. It says, which of these is an example of a unit rate? So we have to go way back to the beginning of our course and remember what a unit rate means. Well, if you remember that unit rates very often have the word per, P-E-R, that's going to help you here. But in option A, you want 4 apples for $1.50. That is not a unit rate. We would need to know about 1 apple for that to be a unit rate. Gas costs $3.69 per gallon. That one's sounding right to me, but let's look at all of them. When you buy 1 box of cereal, you get the second box free. That doesn't have anything about price. It costs you $17.50 to buy 2.5 pounds of fish. Well, if it were 1 pound of fish, I would go for it, but 2.5 is not a unit rate. And 24 eggs cost $4.20. That's great, but a unit rate would tell me how much 1 egg costs. So my answer is B. And again, the word per is a huge clue that that is a unit rate. No math to do on that one. It's just testing your knowledge of words, phrases. Number 2. In a store, screws are sold for 48 cents a pound. Okay, that's a unit rate. You want to buy 7 pounds for one project and 5 pounds for another project. How much will you spend on screws for both projects? So I'm going to start with my unit rate. And remember, I told you on those, it's going to be very helpful for you to put money on top. So dollars per pounds, and 48 cents goes with 1 pound of screws. So maybe you're doing construction at your house. And you need to buy how many pounds? Well, we need 12 because we need 7 and 5. That's 12 pounds needed. So here is the multiplying. This is a proportion, straight up proportion, based on a unit rate. I like these. They're very straightforward. If you know what you're doing, they're some of the easier problems. I'm not saying easy, but they're easier. So I would go with option D on this one. D is in dog. And let me highlight my answers just so you can follow a little better. Okay, number 3. On a horse farm, there are 24 cows, 16 chickens, 20 horses, and 15 pigs. Which ratio is the greatest? So we're going to have to set up ratios for all 5 of these options and then figure out which one has the greatest value. So first thing is cows to chickens, and that's 24 to 16. And I'm going to go ahead on my calculator and do 24 divide 16. Now you can do it as a fraction, but the decimal will be very clear if you go that route. So that's 1.5. Pigs to cows. That's 15 pigs to 16 24 cows. Put that in your calculator. So if I look at those two, I can tell that A is bigger than B. Chickens to horses, so 16 over 20, divide it, and you get 0.8. So far A is still the largest. Horses would be 20 to pigs, 15. And 20 to 15 is 1.3s that just keep going. That is still less than 1.5. And then cows, 24 to pigs, 15. So 24 divided by 15. It's a good thing that I went through all of them, because 1.6 is the greatest, and that would mean option E is the answer. So always test all your options. Okay, number 4. One car travels 240 miles in 4 hours, while another car travels 275 miles in 5 hours. What is the difference in the rates of speed in miles per hour? And I can't highlight these because they're in the book, but if I could, difference would be the bare bones. That is the most important word in there. So here's the first car, and it can go 240 miles in 4 hours. So this is miles per hour. Let's go ahead and break that down to 1 hour. Let's do the unit rate. So we're going to have 240 divided by 4. So in miles per hour, the first car is doing 60 miles per hour. Okay, the second car, again, we know miles, 275, and we know hours, 5. So let's do a unit rate here. Figure out 1 hour. That'll tell you the speed. So 275 divided by 5 is 55 miles per hour. But remember bare bones. The word difference means to subtract. So you will take the first car minus the second car to get a difference of 5 miles an hour. That is your bare bones, the difference. And that is going to be option B, as in boy. Again, folks, it's the reading that will get you. You have to read these carefully. Okay, I'm going to stop this video and turn the page, and we'll pick up with problem number 5.